road against a squad that can make its season if it can pull off a major upset. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Fighting Illini, Memorial Stadium in Champaign, Illinois. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Wisconsin Badgers, taking on a fellow Big Ten foe, the Illinois Fighting Illini. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Looks like he's going to try to return it. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So Illinois' offense will have the football first. This is a big-time quarterback that we're going to be seeing today, but getting the job done against a defense like this, what words of wisdom do you have for him, Jesse?
Well, I think you've got to prepare like you've never prepared before, and that's one thing he told us. He spent extra time in the film room. He spent extra time on the field after practice all week because I think he understands the challenge that lies ahead of him. He knows this is easily the best defense that they face this year, so we're going to put his skills to the test in this one.
They're going to make it hard, right? There's not going to be any layups. Like most of the time, you know, he's had his way. He's feasted on so many defenses. They're going to make you earn it. They're going to make you go the length of the field. They're going to see if you can be patient. They're going to see how you respond to adversity. So some challenges coming his way for sure.
Makes the grab. It's Sampson. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
It's really hard when you get in those predictable situations. Defenses are sitting on the sticks. Receivers have to understand where that first down marker is. Heads up play, nose for the first down marker. Get in there and get it.
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. And he just got the on-Wisconsin call and went on into the backfield to pick up the sack.
Yeah, jumping around on quarterbacks in the backfield. Really good job getting upfield, playing aggressive, playing like their hair's on fire. Wisconsin linebackers do that year after year.
The Illini just added to its workload after that last play. It's 2nd and long. Dropping back, it's Chadwick. Caught over the middle, it's Dixon. And it took the defense a bit to get a handle on him. A little slippery with all those juke moves. Illinois needs a big play here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. Blasted as he lets it go.
And that's a play on 3rd down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give him a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
He gets the first one off, and he was busier than he hoped in that loss last week, being called on 5 times. So Wisconsin's offense will have its first possession of the game. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, Dave.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the past.
It's a running room. And they'll bring him down after the long completion, a chunk play for the offense. That is a highly efficient way to move the chains, and now they are threatening inside the 40. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. Guys, let's step back here and think big picture Wisconsin. They've made it to the middle of the season, #1 team in the land, but now's when you have to work on staying there.
Yeah, it's been a really, really good start. Impressed with them, impressed with offense, defense, special teams, complete unit so far. But Jesse, 7 games in, we ain't crowning a national champion.
No doubt about it. And listen, they've looked good for most of the first half of the year. Obviously, that's why they've got that number beside their name now. But when you're the #1 team, all that means is the games get bigger and bigger as you go. So still lots of meat on the bone for this team.
Let's take just a moment here and talk about Wisconsin. As most everyone knows by now, one of the top disruptors on defense in the country, 5-star defensive lineman, and they got him with a huge verbal commitment last week What's that going to do for them?
I mean, the excitement level through the roof. Getting a guy like that you know is plug and play. I mean, big, strong, athletic, makes your defensive line formidable right away. The recruiting class, they just gained some serious momentum.
And the defense sold out to stop the run, and they do here on first down. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? They'll try to pound their way in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Badger. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd.
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Breaks into the open. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds.
Every time he touches the ball, you can feel the excitement from this home crowd because Palmer, he can go the distance with that game-breaking speed.
You're right, David. He's a special talent. I'll tell you, these fans, they come here to...
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
And man, that... play for the defense because they had to stop the bleeding. On the very last play, they gave up an explosive one, and all of a sudden it feels like the defense is on their heels. But what a great job in an individual effort, winning up front, getting around the block, and getting to the quarterback, creating a negative play.
The Illini just added to its workload after that last play. It's 2nd and long. Scanning the field, it's Chadwick. Here comes the heat. And they drop him for a loss, but there are penalty markers on the field. Let's check out the call.
Holding. Defense.
Just a little too much there, a little too handsy, and they nabbed them for the defensive holding penalty. 3 yards, first down for the offense after that penalty. Looking to throw on first down. A little screen to the running back. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. Ready to fire from the pistol. Power football with the run. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, after ripping off a big-time run on his opening carry, a negative play this time around, and this is going to be key. They're going to keep giving him the ball, and they need him to have more positive plays than negative ones if they're going to win.
Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, and this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and hand him the ball.
Going for 6. Touchdown, Fighting Illini. Quick strike through the air for the score. Looking for the tie with the extra point.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the air on first down. Gets it out fast. Looking for room at the 40. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Looking to throw on first down. And his throw is incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. And the intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. On the run, still looking. Going right and going deep. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line. They finally haul him down after the big play, the final one in the first period, and they might carry that momentum right into the second quarter. We played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keeping those vibes going here in the second quarter. They've got a first down here to open the period. Wants to adjust the pattern. Wants to throw again. Throws to the wideout. Touchdown, Wisconsin! A great catch and run for 6.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Illinois offense returns to the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. To the ground with the back. Shakes off the defender. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26. Illinois can be aggressive here on 2nd and short. He'll pull it on the read. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And I love that decision by this quarterback. No monkeying around, man. Get to the spot, get the first down, lower your shoulder. I don't need a big play. I just want another set of downs. Nice job running.
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
And if I'm the running back, I'm going to be like, listen, O-line, can you give me something? Can you give me some space to try to make somebody miss and not have another guy right next to me? I'm giving the offensive line an earful. I need some holes, need some space up front. They got to do a better job.
Looking deep down the right side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Illinois lining up to punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Takes it on the return. He's got great speed. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Punts it out of the air. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's give him 10 yards on the play, and it is enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Barry Johnson. Touchdown, Badgers! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He lofts one down the sideline. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. These corners backing off a bit. Looking for a man. It's Chadwick. He makes the grab. Oh, there might have been trouble if they had knocked him down so quickly.
Slant routes, they're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, you'll take that throw all day.
Snap from the gun on 3rd down. He lobs one high down the left side. He's got it for a big play. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they're on the move.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That
pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Illinois now staring at a 3rd and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Fights off the defender. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. Illinois move the chains on the ground. Let's see if they run behind that big offensive line again. The throw to the outside is complete. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity.
Touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. These two offenses have been outstanding in the early going, and that ramps up the pressure to put something on the board every time you touch it.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
With the catch, it's Barry Johnson. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. Quarterback
Feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. The Badgers will send out the punt unit. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. He'll field the punt. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before breaks on it. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. Tight end finds a soft spot, and they pick up just a few on that completion. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this third down play. To the air, it's Chadwick. Looking deep. Snags it at the 30 and still running. This defense giving up ground, and he's finally knocked down at the 26. Illinois picked up the first down. Now here they come again. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. The offense burns its third and final timeout of the half. And with that last carry, into triple digits, over 100 yards for the day.
And he's showing you power. He's showing you speed. He's showing you make you miss. He really is showing you he's a complete back. And by the way, it's still the first half.
Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. He makes the grab, and he will score! Touchdown, Illinois!
That is exactly how you want to end halves. Put a drive together, score the touchdown, a chance to tie this up, and take all the momentum into halftime.
You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. They make the stop on the return, and that is priority one. You don't want some big return to give up a cheap touchdown on the final play of the half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, you've been taking in a magnificent scene there today in Champaign. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Memorial Stadium.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. Just about set to put toe to leather as we are deadlocked here in the third. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made. Turning it on! Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Got it in the middle, it's Tuggle. Really nice job there by both guys, the throw and the catch, to work that defense and get the first down. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. Looking downfield on first down. Got a man, it's Bennett. Make the stop at the 40, but it's a 10-yard gain and a fresh set of downs. They'll put it in play from the 40 on 1st and 10. Unloads to the wideout. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
Got him downfield. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior. Makes a play after the grab. And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. With the run on 1st and goal. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. So you get stuffed on first down. You had an idea of what you wanted to do on second, but I'm guessing it's back to the drawing board now.
Yeah, you got to figure out who you are and what you are. What's your next best play?
He's trying to get it in. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've 3. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've relentlessly moved forward. Now it's getting down to cases. 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Wisconsin! An epic comeback. They'll talk about this one forever if they can hold on, but they're on top right now.
3rd and goal, you're going to turn around and just give it to this guy who just has a nose for the end zone. He's able to find the crease and pay it off for his offense.
Wisconsin 28, Illinois 21.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner will be dragged down. The Illinois offense returns to the field. They're down by a touchdown, but hoping to dial up some plays and pull even in what's turning out to be a really good football game. Leaves it with the back. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. To the air, it's Chadwick. Picked off, a turnover in their own end. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
That's a bad decision by the quarterback. In that area of the field, you have got to be careful. If the guy's not wide open, you've got to throw that football away, because not only are you getting it picked off, but he's returning it now down close to your...
Touchdown, Badgers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, it has gone final in that fascinating Pac-12 matchup we've been keeping a close eye on. Cal found a way to rescue victory from the jaws of defeat. A perfect example of just how strong this program is. All about stacking wins there in Berkeley. Fun one in the Pac-12, man. They generally are, as the teams there continue to jockey for bowl position.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there.
And if your job is to irritate, to confuse, to hit, to make quarterbacks feel very uncomfortable, this defense is definitely doing their job. 6 sacks. That's the way to make the quarterback feel like he's having a hard day. He's had no response. This offensive line has no response, just a sack party.
And he'll be brought down.
I love the job by the receiver there on the curl route against zone coverage, because he finds the soft spot, but he also does a nice job coming back to the football. And it's not easy. When your quarterback's got a cannon like this guy does, and he's throwing a bullet at you, there's a lot of guys that would be hesitant and they would want to wait for the ball. Not this guy. He went and attacked it and secured the catch.
And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Illinois runs the punt unit onto the field. Just needs a crack to get a return. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
That's not how you want to start a drive. On the very first play, you give up a sack and you lose a ton of yards. Quarterback, you've got to know, just throw the ball away, know when the play is over.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Oh, they're after him. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack.
And this offense has had a great day, and they've put some big plays together. But the last 2 plays, man, getting a little complacent. They got to protect their quarterback. That's back-to-back sacks. The offensive line has to do a better job.
He lets it fly. Pick off. What a play to set him up. Got some room to run. Touchdown, finding Illini. And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick 6.
Awesome job by the linebacker there in coverage, reading the quarterback's eyes, spying the QB, knowing where that ball was going to get thrown, and then the ball skills, just to pluck it out of the air and take it back for a touchdown. Awesome work.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it.
Oh, he's got some space. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. They'll give it to him again. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And this D needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game, and you got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
Intercepted, just what the defense's doctor ordered.
Well, the good news is after that second pick of the third quarter now for this guy, they're still winning the game, but they are living dangerously right now. And they can't expect to hold on to that. This guy keeps making bad decisions like we've seen here now in the first period of the second half.
And it's got to be frustrating because you always talk about taking care of the football, and you've got to lead in the second half. You need your quarterback to play smart.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Offense gets set for second down. Tight end now in motion. He'll keep it himself. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Ball's at the 27. It's third and short. Can they avoid making that fourth down decision? The give on the option. Makes it past the marker. They bring him down. He's got a first down, but that might be the final play of the third quarter. As we come to the end of the period, Wisconsin has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One quarter to go, and Mike, we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. They'll ride the hot hand. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Back to throw, it's Chadwick. Makes the grab. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal.
And the slant is really a difficult route to defend against if you're a DB in man coverage, especially when you have no help on the inside. So if you're the offense and you continue seeing that coverage, you might as well keep attacking it just like that.
Takes a snap, wants to throw. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
And you try to catch him off balance, maybe on first down and goal right here, a situation where maybe you sneak in a pass, defense was ready, got the sack. Now you got to be a little bit more creative now that you got the negative play. The offense, I know you've worked this all week. You got to get ready to execute in the red zone.
Catch in the middle, it's Sampson. Good throwing catch, takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's third and goal. Quarterback strolling away from Heat. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown to Illini.
Love the quick decision-making by the quarterback. It's not just who's the open guy and who am I throwing it to. It's also having that clock, David, in your head that says, if no one's open and I'm down near the red zone, I'm taking off now, and I'm using my athleticism, and I'm getting a score.
Yeah, you love the decision-making. I hate the defense. Why are we dropping back so far in the end zone? We got to keep eyes on this QB. We know he can take off. We know he can make plays. The field shrinks, man. You got to expect that's coming. Not very good defense.
And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. Threw a pick the last time they had it. They'll try to be more productive this time around. The give to the back. There he goes. The 40. Past the 30. The 10. Touchdown, Wisconsin. And with that, they move out front here in the fourth.
know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's shown it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive did.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him 1. The Fighting Illini facing a 3rd and long to keep this drive alive. Dropping back, it's Chadwick. He'll try to do it himself. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet.
Every possession later in the game means so much more. You start getting in the 4th quarter, 1-possession games, QB drops back and makes these first downs. These extra set of downs now become so much more important late in these ball games.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Makes the catch. It's Sampson. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
They'll run play action. He'll pull it down. And the defense is there to stop him short of the 1st down. Illinois lining up to punt this one away.
Now, a 4th down.
Wants to return it. No chance for any kind of return there. They were all over him as soon as he caught the football. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. After that last explosive running play, David, why not just try it again, right?
I mean, why not? Such a big, long, explosive run. You think, Jesse, maybe give it to him again?
Brings it down on the right side. Finds a seam. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Badgers. The lead gets bigger here in the 4th quarter, and their run continues, about to go 8-0.
And what can you say about this offense in this game? All season long, they've done enough to win week in, week out. Hasn't always been pretty. They haven't always brought their A-plus game to the park. But they won a shootout today. Both offenses trading blows back and forth, and they were able to come out on top. And the offense, to me, is the reason they're still undefeated today.
Looking for a man. It's Chadwick. Fires to the big fella. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Wants to throw on 1st down. Throwing right. Makes the catch. It's Dixon. Across the 50-yard line on the huge pickup, and he's out of bounds at the 45. Offense threatening at the 45-yard line on 1st and 10. Finds his big tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Illinois coming back to the line with a 1st and 10. Running the red zone. It's Valentine. Hard running there. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Going to sling it on second down. He's got it and still on his feet. He's run out of bounds, but they've got it now first and goal. The Illini started this drive deep in their own end, but now starting to generate some momentum. They'll send the tight end in motion. He'll do it himself. And he'll finish the run at the end zone. Touchdown, Illinois!
Well, the good news is you scored a touchdown. You made this a one-possession game. The bad news is you got to get the ball back. So if you're the head coach, you got to start thinking, how are we going to do that? Are we going onside kick, or do we trust our defense to give it back to the other?
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Mountain West. Nevada is being humbled today. There's just no other way to say it. A complete and thorough thumping. They're trailing by 25 to Houston. The Mountain West likes to keep things interesting, fellas, and we'll circle back if anything big happens.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th.
And the defense gets him on the ground for the 4th time today, by the way. They've pressured him. He's still done an unbelievable job making completions. But you know what? Get him on the ground when he's got the ball. He can't make something happen. Keep hitting him. Keep getting him on the ground.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Grabbed in the middle, it's Bennett. And that won't quite be enough for the first down as he's knocked down just short of the sticks.
This is one of those unique situations in a game as a head coach. You're trying to feel the momentum, and what's your confidence in your quarterback? Because you've got 4th, you're in field goal range, but you've got the weapons to get one more completion and ice this thing. So do you kick the field goal?
Breaks into the open. 10. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Wisconsin. That one pushes this lead out a little bit more here in the 4th, and now they can smell 8 straight wins.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Looking to throw, it's Chadwick. Sure hands, it's Valentine. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. He wants a big play here late. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go?
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. You simply can't do it, and the referees caught it.
Game on the line. Offense has the ball. Down 1 score. Time winding down. What is better than this? Got it in the middle. It's Dixon. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. And quickly to the line of scrimmage, they spike it and stop the clock.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd down.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Right on the money.
And Jesse, you have a slot receiver like this. He can create matchup nightmares for a defense.
No doubt about it, Reese. And him and this quarterback, they really are on the same page. He's so deliberate with his route running. The quarterback knows exactly where he's going to be and when he's going to be there. And that's why they're so tough to stop.
Fires to the wideout. He's got it. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. They'll move the wide receiver. Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.
If you love offense, then you love this type of game. Both offenses going up and down the field, seemingly at will. Throwing the ball, running the ball. But, David, I feel like if you're a fan of defense, maybe this wasn't your cup of tea.
More defense optional. He didn't really get too much of that stuff, but, you know, listen, you got to get a few stops late in the game. You got to get one, actually just kind of one stop with this many points that was being scored. You got the stop late. That's why you got the dub.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer,